Okay, so to start doing this effect, you're gonna need to shoot the footage of what's gonna be in the photo. And the best thing to do is like something you'd actually see in a photo, like someone waving or some landscape or something. But I decided to do my brother shifting around on a couch because, yeah. So the next thing you're gonna want to do is to cut a piece of paper to fit into a picture frame. And the paper has to be green or blue. And looking back, probably should have chosen a color that was better to key because this didn't work very well. But who cares? So then remember, don't put the glass into the front. It just makes it harder to key, and then pop the back on. And make sure this is secure. Make sure it won't move around that much because we're motion tracking this, and we don't want any problems. Then you're gonna get a marker, and you're gonna draw a big X in the middle of it, and maybe two markers because that one's like out of ink. Okay, and you are good to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is you're going to set up the camera on a tripod, and you're going to set up the picture facing the camera. And then if you pick it up, make sure you keep it level, because if you turn it, it'll create this transform thing, and it'll just be hell for you. And do you want to create hell for yourself? No, you do not. Did I just answer my own question? Yes, I did. By the way, yes, I am actually inking a picture with a quill pen. Deal with it. And then the final thing you're going to do is you're going to repeat the exact same move you just did with the picture frame, except instead of the picture frame, you're going to use your camera. And the camera, the glass part of the camera, the glass part of the picture frame is going to be replaced with the lens of the camera. Wow, I'm just stuttering a lot today. And it's okay if these don't time up perfectly correctly because you can just fix that in editing and it'll be fine. So yeah, now that we've shot everything, we will edit. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is obviously open motion and change your time code to 15 seconds. And you're going to open up your footage, scale it up, crop it to the time that you want it so that it lines up correctly. Then what we're going to do is you're going to throw on a keyer, and as you can see, this doesn't look very good, but if you turn on matte, you can see that it actually will work for what we need. So you're going to duplicate your footage, you're going to delete the keyer on the bottom layer, and then you're going to create a mask around the picture frame and invert it. And now that I look at it, you should probably do a square mask. So delete the mask, make a square mask, and invert it. And then what we're going to do is you're going to keyframe so that the mask stays around this area. And of course you have the fine detail of the keyer, but this is just to make sure that the keyer stays in the right position and doesn't ruin everything. So yeah, we're just going to go through and keyframe. Then we're going to feather out the mask a lot. And it looks pretty good. Then we're going to go up to Behaviors, Motion Tracking, Analyze Motion, and select the point that we drew. And Analyze Forward. If it screws up, you can just replace it again. Like just now. Just go back to the frame where it screwed up, put it on the right place, and analyze forward, and it should work. It worked for me. And then once he puts the frame back down, once you get to the point where you want it, this is tracking pretty good. Yeah, once it gets to the point where you want it, you're going to stop. Okay, the hand just passed in front of it, but it passed fast enough that it didn't screw anything up. And yeah, so he's going to put it down, and that's when I'm going to wait a little bit. Okay, stop. Now we're going to open up the footage that we shot as the reflection, and we're going to pop it on. And we're not going to scale this up because it has to fit into the little frame thing. So we're going to cut it and crop it correctly so that it times relatively right. We're going to mess with the timing a little bit later because, yeah. I'm going to put it in its own group under everything else. Scale it correctly. The reason putting it in its own group is just makes tracking easier, so we only have to match move the whole group so that everything we put in here will look the same. So, yeah, we're going to add a match move. And then when we do, it's going to go kind of off, but we can just readjust that. So it's looking pretty good. Time through here, some stuff looks a little bit iffy. So we're going to go to the point in the reflection footage where the camera gets put down. We're going to make a split there, then we're going to go to a point farther forward, We're going to speed this up so that it times correctly, so that when he puts the frame down, the other thing gets put down, and we're going to drag this footage back. So everything times it correctly. It may be going a little bit fast, but it looks pretty good from as far as I can see. Then we're going to add a luma keyer to everything, and that looks awesome. Then we're going to go to our files, and we're going to get the file of Liam messing around on the couch. I'm going to put that there, and scale it and rotate it, and then we're going to put it under everything else. I accidentally just put it in its own group. Just take it out of that. And there we go. And we have a reflection and a photo that looks relatively okay. We're going to down the brightness a little bit so that it matches and doesn't look like it's an iPad. Then I'm going to line up the in and out points and adjust the keyer slightly so that it actually looks realistic. Thing is, it's going to be moving by pretty fast, so it's okay if you have some bad keys. But other than that, this is looking okay. Now I'm going to grab a picture of scratched glass and put it to the right size, add a luma keyer, and adjust the luma keyer so that it's not so prominent, but that you can still see it. Okay. The scratches themselves aren't working on their own, so I'm going to get a picture of smudged glass. This one looks pretty good. I'm going to save the image as glass smudges on the desktop, find it in my file finder mobobber thing, and pop it on there. Adjust it, add a luma keyer, and adjust the luma keyer. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to grab the clip and add a defocus to it. The clip of Liam, and add a defocus. And my computer was responding kind of slowly, so I couldn't really see what was going on. Looking back, I probably should have added a little bit more of a defocus because it didn't look too good. But yeah, I'm going to down the brightness a little bit even more, and this looks okay. So after a couple more minute adjustments, I'm going to up the luma keyer in the middle bit when it's all sped up, because that one, it's a little bit too much, and I also don't want people to see as much, and I'm done.